They played a very brief segment from the Learning with Pibby trailer, which is the Pibby theme song, or rather the theme song for Pibby's educational show that exists in the universe of Pibby, but it's not a real show. It's not as confusing because I'm making it sound. Adult Swim is well known for having crazy April Fool's Day pranks. They'll premiere unannounced new shows, long-awaited new episodes of existing shows, random bad movies, or put really funny edits over reruns. This year for April Fools, they decided to expand on the Learning with Pibby Halloween short. If you somehow aren't familiar, Learning with Pibby was a short little trailer that Adult Swim put out for Halloween. It's a parody of an educational show where a cute character's show gets possessed by some sort of corrupted glitch, and she begins to travel across different TV shows. Along the way, the glitch corrupts all the characters that she encounters, including actual well-known characters like Fred Flintstone and Finn the Human. Adult Swim has been very unclear if this is meant to be a trailer for an actual show or was just a one-off little piece of entertainment, but it ended up becoming so incredibly popular and well-received that they are probably continuing it in some way. I actually listed Pibby on HBO Max and hid a few Pibby Easter eggs on there as well. If you want to hear more about whether or not Learning with Pibby is going to become a series, check out my previous video where I talk about this. Of course, if you want more Learning with Pibby content and content about all sorts of cartoons, absolutely stay tuned to my channel. We're very close to 15,000 subscribers, and probably as I'm editing this we'll reach that goal, and that's just super awesome. In this video, I want to run through all the little Pibby animated segments they did for April Fool's Day this year. There's just some really cool creepy stuff here. It's not really too revealing about the storyline or the series or anything. This whole event was just a really creative way to reinforce the concept of the series. So let's run down what they did, and check out which commercials and shows Pibby ended up invading. So actually, my recording of this breakdown ended up being pretty long, so I will be uploading these videos in parts, and then at the end uploading a video with all the parts together. Hopefully that could give you some fun content to look forward to. I've never formatted anything like that before, so I kind of feel like trying it out. And let me know what you think. Would you rather just have a long video done right away, even though it takes me a little more time? Or would you rather have a sort of segmented videos and just have them out at a bit of a quicker rate? Anyways, here's part 1. So I guess right at midnight on April Fools, when a Rick and Morty Season 2 rerun started, they played a very brief segment from the Learning with Pibby trailer, which is the Pibby theme song, or rather the theme song for Pibby's educational show that exists in the universe of Pibby, but it's not a real show. It's not as confusing because I'm making it sound. And after that plays for a bit, things glitch out, and Pibby and her friend Bun Bun end up inside the Rick and Morty episode. Bun Bun is notably nervous, but Pibby tries to be optimistic and says this is a learning opportunity. So this kind of gives us a taste of what their dynamic's going to kind of be like. Pibby will always want everyone around her to stay positive, but then the corrupting glitch starts creeping up on them, and Pibby freaks out and they run away. And this too is a moment of Pibby breaking her optimistic personality. It's such a short sequence, but that's what it illustrates. She's trying to be as peppy as possible, but then once real, inescapable danger is in her way, she freaks out like any normal person would. Also, we can note that Pibby's coloring is very slightly different. Her hair and skin now have darker shades of blue and purple. It kind of seems like it would be the lighting in this Rick and Morty shot, but that actually seems to consist throughout all the animations of the night, which is, I guess, just an interesting detail. Probably makes things a little easier on the eyes. In the trailer, too, there's kind of like a glow around her, like a very odd lighting effect that made it really hard for me to make custom transparent images of the series. But that seems to be completely gone during the new bits of animation we see tonight. So maybe that little glow is just an exclusive bit of Pibby's universe because it's, so bright and vivid and peppy. But then when she goes to other worlds, they just have a very standard cartoon black solid outline. As they run off, the Rick and Morty episode continues like normal, but we do see the glitch continuing to spread through the window. Later in the Rick and Morty episode, when Summer begins to have a dream, we see Pibby and Bun Bun standing in this crowd of really weird characters. They're both noticeably confused, as I'm sure anybody who doesn't usually watch Rick and Morty would be as well. And then again later on in the episode when there's a huge crowd shot, we see Pibby, not so subtly there as well. It's pretty easy to notice since her art style is so different, and she does end up glitching out too, and it makes a sound effect. Another character on screen glitches out a little too, and Rick's voice ends up becoming bit crushed. Then next we have what was basically the most interesting glitch of the night to me. I kind of wish they continued in this sort of direction with them, but this is kind of the only time they did one like this. But during this scene where Morty is facing off with Rick, Morty just becomes like completely possessed. His body contorts and snaps, his jaw expands, and he lets out this terrifying glitched roar. But then the episode continues playing like normal, as if nothing happened. I think that's such a cool scare, and I mean, obviously too, they reanimated this segment of the episode. But this is kind of the only instance throughout this entire glitch event that they like drew over one of the episodes. Rather than just placing a glitch effect or Pibby in the background, this is the one time where they actually edited things in the episode around. And I wish they did more of that. It's kind of weird that they saved it for this one scare moment. But it's super, super cool and creepy. I love it. I think the fact that the episode continues playing like normal is a really interesting little bit. Because I wonder if that kind of says something about the TV multiverse universe that Pibby's taking place in. Like, would this corruption stuff usually just happen when viewers aren't watching or something like that? There is a bit later on where Pibby interacts with the viewer of the channel, which I find interesting, but we'll get to that. Next up, at the end of the Rick and Morty episode, the credits glitch out, and Pibby and Bun Bun come up to talk to each other. Pibby once again reassures Bun Bun that the scary episode they were just stuck in was just some sort of Halloween special. Which I assume is like a cute reference to the fact that the Pibby short was released on Halloween as a little Halloween treat. And Bun Bun totally believes her, although Pibby makes an expression like she knows she just completely lied to him. Also, the way Bun Bun says "oh" here is like really interesting because I think sort of the way he delivers that line, again, it's just like kind of an in-joke on how they're directly referencing the fact that Pibby was a Halloween thing. Because the way he says "oh" here just seems like a little unnatural. You know, like, it's like they paused on that because they wanted the viewer to realize, like, oh yeah, because Pibby was a Halloween thing, ha ha ha, I get it. But I don't know, what do you think? Is there something more to that little line? Next we have Smiling Friends, where, well, this one's not too interesting. Just for this scene, the glitch appears in the background. But also the slow motion, sort of demonic version of the Learning with Pibby theme song starts playing here in the background. I mean, this scene was already chaotic enough, so adding the glitch and the creepy music on top of it just makes it, like, way funnier and more surreal than it already was. Then again in Smiling Friends, in the next episode where Charlie goes to hell, we see Pibby and Bun Bun walking around and looking concerned in this long panning shot, as well as a ton of glitching effects and artifacts appearing along the screen for the next little while. Again, nothing really revealing here, just the really cool creepy visual. Next up, we had a typical Adult Swim bumper where they just use plain text to make some sort of weird satirical joke. This one was about NFTs, and as it progresses, the text gets a little glitched out, and then we see really creepy, eyeless, and happy Bun Bun take over the screen. Clearly here he's become possessed by the darkness, which, yeah, I guess that is the official name of the corrupting glitch, but I'm just gonna keep calling it a glitch because that's what makes most sense to me. And he says maybe we should let the darkness consume us, and that makes Pibby really concerned about what has happened to him. It's important to note too that Bun Bun has all sorts of, I guess, like scars and scratches on his face or something? Wrinkles or something. Clearly the darkness did something to him and took over his mind. Although we have to think, you know, now he seems happy to have the darkness a part of him. So it's like once he was possessed, the darkness kind of maybe showed him something. We don't have a full motive at all for why this glitchy darkness is taking over all the TV channels. Is its goal just to eat everything? Or is its goal to kind of like spread something? Because the way it's portrayed here, the way that Bun Bun speaks, it definitely seems like it's trying to spread some sort of message that it floods inside his mind and then, you know, it tricks him to being happy and satisfied with whatever he's seeing. And encourages him to try to get everybody else possessed as well. So it's not necessarily just like a zombie bite or some sort of infection. It does seem like it has some sort of a motive. Also, of course, you know, it goes without saying this is a really cool and creepy moment. Probably the second coolest thing that happened in the night aside from the Morty shot. But let me know in the comments what your favorite moments of this event are. And that'll do it for part 1 of this analysis. Part 2 should be out very soon. So please stay tuned for that, or just stay tuned for the compilation video like I mentioned. In the comments, continue to let me know your theories and sort of just your favorite things about this April Fool's event, and just keep the Pibby hype rolling. I'm so glad that the concept is getting so much attention, and that Adult Swim decided to continue it by doing such a creative April Fool's joke. Although I say joke in quotes, because I guess it's not really a joke, it's a teaser. Maybe, if, you know, it would help if they said the show's coming out, but whatever. Thanks for watching, please stay tuned for more. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please hit the like button so more viewers like you can find this video. Please consider subscribing to my channel with notifications on to see my future content, and follow me on other sites like TikTok and Twitter for special exclusives. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned for more.